Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel and thanks for logging on. If you enjoy these videos, do me a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel right here at Watchbox Reviews. I would really appreciate it and I promise to update daily. If you love this watch, you could see it and you could purchase it on our website, thewatchbox.com. And today we are discussing a veteran, a Tritium Dial Omega Speedmaster Professional Moonwatch. This is the 3590.50. It's featured on a 1479 bracelet with 812 end links, gilt movement, yellow gilt. This watch was made likely between 1992 and 1995. It features a lovely factory Omega plexiglass crystal. It's everything a Moonwatch should be, with remarkable original metal and structural integrity about its bracelet. The bracelet feels so good I had to check to see if it was new construction. It's a classic Moonwatch on the wrist, of course. The 3590 42 millimeters, as they all are, and in terms of thickness, 14.4 millimeters on the wrist, relatively easy to wear. The watch is 47.9 millimeters if you measure it from lug to lug, and with pivoted end link bracelet, that lug to lug distance across the wrist is true. 20 millimeter spacing between the lugs if you want to throw it on a strap, and Moonwatches do look great on straps. Dress it down with a NATO, dress it up with alligator leather. Now, this bracelet and clasp, they are in outstanding condition. I get the sense this is what the bracelet must have looked like and felt like when it left BN back in the early to mid 90s. You could see that the links themselves are in superb condition. The original finish and luster still visible on the polished elements, and the satin finish, nice, straight, symmetrical, with no squaring off of the links on their shoulders. You can see back then, they did pin sleeves. That means you have a very secure bracelet construction, but you will need a punch and a block to size it at home. The stamped clasp, again, incredible condition and structural integrity. You can see, don't take my word for it, that this is a 1479 bracelet with 812 end links, and just in incredible condition. All of the original depth about the engraving and the stamped logo on the exterior, and then internally you have the different drilled divots that allow you to change the anchoring points. You really don't need a punch and a block to size this bracelet. You just need a conventional strap tool to move the spring bar around. The case band is familiar, a narrow mid case with satin finish. You can see polished bevels along the mid case, and then the lyre style lugs that turn both inward and outward. You could see that the lugs themselves feature some evidence of contact. There's a little bit of a indentation on the end of the lug beneath my finger, and you can see that they're generally even, although there's a little bit of evidence of physical contact over the years. The watch is remarkably original with most of its original metal volume, though it is not unrefinished. It has been professionally and sympathetically refinished so that the watch still looks sharp and the lines still distinct. On the crown side, you can see the beveled case band with the asymmetrical shear guard profile that we've seen on Moonwatches and pre-Moonwatches since the first professional models in 1965. And then we have the bezel, as ever, in anodized aluminum. A tachymeter, allowing you to gauge the speed of an object over a kilometer or a mile in conjunction with the chronograph. You can see there's a little Omega logo at the center of the factory plexiglass, and of course, as Omega calls it, Hesalite, chosen because this watch was and remains the choice of NASA, not just for space missions, but for extravehicular activity, that is, spacewalks. The idea being that if you have a plastic crystal, it may crack, it may scratch, but it's not going to shatter, and Omega understands that NASA cannot have free-floating broken sapphire in zero gravity, which is why Hesalite is still used on the Moonwatch. You can see this is a Tritium Dial. Omega didn't begin to transition away from Tritium until 1997, so the watch is dead as a doornail by night, and both the hands and the dial are original factory Tritium. The dial is in outstanding condition, and the timepiece features a movement likewise intact. I have seen this watch's movement, and I'll get as close as I can so you can see the case back, but the movement of this watch is museum quality. Truly a time capsule. Inside, this watch looks almost untouched. It features the rare and only briefly produced gold or gilt style yellow gold bridges and plates on caliber 861. This is pre-1995, roughly 1992 to 1995, because it has that gilt style yellow gold set of bridges and plates, but it doesn't have the 18 jewel caliber 1861 that followed. So figure 1992 to about about $1994.95 for this watch. You have the message on the back that this is still a watch used for manned missions in space, and of course, it's still true in 2019. Caliber 861 with the yellow gilt finish. Manual wind, 48-hour power reserve, 21.6 beat rate, 17 joules. It is a cam lateral clutch chronograph chosen by NASA, not for its refinement, though it is remarkably refined, but for its relative indestructibility. It can withstand periodic shocks of 5,000 G, which is actually more than the X33 that succeeded it as a NASA mission watch. This watch can still do things the X33 cannot, such as extravehicular. The watch, of course, originally rated to 50 meters water resistant, and provided it's tested and sealed using a set of replacement seals in the modern era, that can be maintained. This watch is not yet so old that I ask you to discount out of hand water resistance ratings. Almost like a modern day watch that has vintage cred, this watch is the best of both worlds. See it and make it yours on the Watchbox.